Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. You may be seated. You're now here today to witness the trial of climbers versus climbing fails. YouTube's favorite underground climbing channel, Climbing Court. I'm ready to review our first line of evidence, so let's get right into it. Okay, let's see what we have here. Looks like we have some top ropers and some backstory as well, which is nice. Top rope up this corner, falling. Well, at this point, it's good etiquette to go right back down to the start, but it looks like there's just kind of gonna hang doggle it and continue from where he fell. Okay, now it looks like he's heading around that corner. Now, when you head around a corner, you want to make sure that you don't get your rope cut on an edge or on a corner or anything like that when you take a fall. Oh boy. Okay, so we got the rope is stuck right there on that little crack right there. Okay, so when you're in this situation, you basically have two options. No, three options. Okay, so option A is don't let this happen in the first place. Watch for hazards. The belayers should be looking for hazards. Where's the rope going to go when you come around that corner? What can it get stuck on, etc., etc. So that's option A. Option A is have a plan to not end up in the situation in the first place. So now you're stuck in this situation. What do? Let's say you're multiple pitches up on some climb and you need to get this fixed. Well, my first instinct would be to try to get back to the wall and see if I could just kind of pop it back out. If you can't do that and it's really stuck in there and you can't go up, you can't go down, and you can't get, let's say you can't get back to the wall, which I think is the case here. He ends up being too far away from the wall to even fix it. His option is either the climber's gonna fix it himself, or the belayer's gonna come up and rescue him. So if he's gonna fix it himself, he's gonna have to have some kind of rope ascending device. So maybe if sometimes people carry like 7mm cord or something like that, so you can make a prusik out of it, and so you can make some prusiks. Maybe you have some cord around your chalk bag instead of a clip-in chalk bag. Make some prusiks out of it. Climb up the rope, maybe shoelaces. Climb up the rope and then capture the progress with, let's say, a clove hitch on a beaner, so you can work your way up to it and then unstick it yourself. Option B is your belayer has to escape the belay. And I think I have a video about this called Rescuing My Haul Bag. Pretty funny episode. So you escape the belay. You then have to ascend, the belayer would have to ascend up the rope and then rappel down and then unstick the rope. Okay, so pretty risky scenario. And in that case, you might want to bring a whole nother rope, because if the rope is really damaged, you'd have to tie a knot in it where it's damaged, or you'd have to, it was really scary. You want to be on a total different rope. So let's see what they do here. Well, they're not in that situation because it looks like the top of the cliff is right above them, so they're not in some kind of multi-pitch problem. It looks like the top is right there, so. Okay, so he's saying the belayer's asking for help because he doesn't know how to escape the belay. So, whoa. What is that? It's not a figure eight. It's like a figure eight, but it's tied through the, I don't even understand what that is. That's the weirdest figure eight I've ever seen in my life. What is that? So the guy's plan is tell the climber to grab that so we can pull him up. Okay. Gotta respect the video he got of him going up this down climb here. Getting up to the top. Nice shot of the guy's chin the whole time. That's a hard thing about getting a GoPro while you climb. It's like you don't know what's in focus or what's not in focus. All right, we'll look over the edge. Let's see what situation we have here. Oh yeah, good and stuck. Okay, so luckily they have another rope for him to tie into, so that's good. So I guess they're gonna send him down that line, and he'll tie it. He's not tying into it. What are you doing? Why is he just holding on to the... What is this? What is this? Rescue me in the worst possible, in the hardest possible way possible? What are you doing?
He fell. He got it unhooked.
What are all these people? Where did all these people come from? He's got a whole crowd.
He fell.
Alright, so I don't know what that was, trying to show off in front of people or whatever. This would be the right way to do it. Let's rewind a little farther back. So they lower the rope down to him. He could then tie into the rope, or it's on an ascender. You could clip the ascender to the rope, but the ascender doesn't look like it's tied into the rope correctly. But he could just take the purple rope and tie into it. Let's say they pulled him up. Let's say in this scenario, they pulled him up with that ascender, with him holding it by one hand. Let's say he couldn't get it unstuck. He fell up the ascender and took that fall right onto that piece that's stuck in the rock. That would be a factor 2 fall, because the only part that's catching him is the part that's stuck in the rock, and then him way up here. So he'd be having like a factor 2 fall on that. So he could have seriously damaged the rope, and if it was sharp in there, he could have just broke the rope on that thing. This is like a case of rescuers killing somebody. What are you doing? And then he's got the rope wrapped around his arm. If it was wrapped around like a half hitch, it could have pulled his arm right out of socket. And then the creme de la creme, he smacks his head up against the rock because he's not wearing a helmet. Failure. Failure in the first degree. Sentence you to death. Okay, maybe not death. But yeah. Definitely a climbing fail. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Complete incompetence all around on everybody's part. So, yeah. I hope someone learns from this whole scenario. Maybe they're a little wiser now and figured something else out. You should have these skills before you go out and you're messing with this stuff. This should be your base set of skills, how to get out of these situations. If you don't have a plan, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That's what I'm saying. So, they should have these basic skills. Tie into the purple rope. If the rope was seriously damaged, he could have just untied from the blue and then got lowered down with the purple. Hopefully they know how to belay him down around the tree and it'll just repel him right off the tree. Who knows what would happen? Amazingly, he's alive. Okay, next clip. Next case. Wow. Case of a bad belayer. I don't know exactly what they're saying. I think they're speaking Portuguese. A Brazilian dialect of Portuguese. Okay, they're giving him more slack, more slack, more slack, more slack. Okay, failed to clip. This is the point where you're supposed to take in as much slack as you can. That belayer did a terrible job. Terrible job of pulling that slack. Let's watch it again. Okay, he misses the clip. Time to suck it in. Suck it in, suck it in, suck it in. He's not. Why isn't he doing it? Fumbling, dropping. What are you doing? Fail. You have to, if you're going to give somebody slack, you better know how to pull it in real quick. Failure. Failure in the first degree. If this doesn't make you go out and buy a helmet, I don't know what will. Whew. That helmet saved his brain. That was a nice smack. So his foot gets caught on the wrong side of the rope, but you know, it doesn't look like his foot's on the wrong side yet, you know. Right now it looks okay. You know, his foot's in the crack. What are you going to do? He jumps off and then it just takes him right upside down. Good thing he had a helmet on. Climbing win. Climbing win. In the climbing fails video, what do you know? We're going to pardon that man. You have been pardoned, sir. Okay, next clip. Next case. Okay, hold on. Let's take a moment to appreciate that smooth clip. Beautiful. I gotta replay that. That was nice. Perfect slack. Perfect amount of slack right to a clip. Very fluid. That climber knows what he's doing. Boom! Done. Oh! So the player betrays the climber and gives him a nice knee right to the face. Nice side of the leg. So why did the belayer get pulled sideways and swing in right there? It's because he was standing in the wrong spot. If he was standing more directly right under, then he would have been able to... when the climber fell, he would have just been pulled straight up instead of out sideways. It's easier to get pulled sideways than up. So he should have been standing right under there, got pulled up, and then he wouldn't have had this swing. Also, the climber would have fell less. So, and I guess the climber didn't know he was going to fall because he didn't yell fall or watch me here or anything. So a little bit of bad communication, but he didn't hit the ground. So it's really hard to rule on this one. I mean, a climbing fail. It's a climb. I just have to give it a climbing fail. Do better next time. I'm sorry. I want perfection. Okay, let's go back to the great indoors and see what's going on in there. Wow. We got this guy's shoe clipped into the piece. He's got to try to work it off of there. Oh boy. I think at this point I might have tried to just kick my shoe off. Okay. I don't know why or what's going on here, but the safest... Well, let's just see what happens. And we'll talk about it. Okay. So I don't know exactly what the competition rules are here. Maybe he's trying to... The belayer's trying to make sure he doesn't screw up the climber's run or whatever. But I think the safest thing he could have done is once the belayer saw that this guy's foot was clipped in there, make sure that the climber can't fall down and have an accident and have that twist his ankle, end his career or whatever. So taking the slack, put him on tension so that he could fix the problem. But maybe that's not what the climber wanted to do. He wanted to, you know, tough call there. I mean, I think if I was the belayer, I would have just been like, you know what, better take in slack, put tension on him so he can't fall down. Because that whole time, he's so risky. He's on a little crimp. They could have fell and they could have broke something. So I don't know. If I was the belayer, I would have took intention and then I would have said, you know, redo the run or something. And then hopefully the referees or whatever, the judges would have let you do another run. So yeah, pretty crazy. I've never seen that one happen actually. A DIY home project. Oh, okay, all right. So when you put up a hangboard or something, winter's coming up, maybe you guys want to start building some DIY projects. Don't just try to screw 2 screws right into the wall and hope for the best that you got some beams or something. You end up ripping some drywall out. Get like a 3/4 inch piece of plywood, something that's pretty thick. Screw that into the beams. Find the beams. screw that in. Then you have a nice base to screw whatever you want, wherever you want in. If you just try screwing things right into the drywall, you might end up messing it up. Anyway, you're gonna dirty the drywall anyway with your fingers, and you're scratching it and chalk all over the place. May as well put just a nice clean piece of wood, a nice piece of plywood. Watch my, I think I have a hangboarding for noobs episode. So, court adjourned. I hope you liked that video. I sentenced them. I pardoned everybody. Everyone is now pardoned, except for those first guys. They're going straight to jail. They're not passing go. They're not collecting $200. I hope you liked that episode. If you really did, hit that subscribe button. When's the last time you hit the subscribe button? Go down there, hit that sub button. You haven't hit it in a long time. When's the last time you hit one? Go down there, just hit for fun, and join the underground climbing channel. If you really like climbing and you dig this kind of stuff, check out my Discord. I just started it. We're a little bit over 100 members. You could share all kinds of stuff there, ask questions, get questions answered really quickly. I just posted some pictures up of a ladybug nest I ran into while I was climbing this week. So it's a pretty cool little community growing there if you really dig climbing. So that's about it. Josh Perry, climbing out of here. See you next week. Yo, what up, my beta climber homies? Hey climbers, welcome back. So in this project, we're gonna need two things. We're gonna need a 10-foot long piece by 12, I think it's 10 by 12 piece of plywood. That's not plywood. You're done, just like that. Melt together. Ouch.
My number two is, I'm just going to bring him up here, sorry, it's Beta Climbers. Now, Beta Climbers is this YouTube channel that I kind of got onto because I started watching this video. Basically has...
Alright, I think I'm ready for this episode.
One more time.
There's no pills in it.
You really take a pill?
Oh yeah, I really took the pills.
There's no.
Yeah.
I saw them all on my counter.
I left 2 in there.
Okay.
Water went up my nose. Hey, Beta Climbers. Welcome back to another one of our weekly episodes. This episode, we're gonna do
You
some...
got a booger on your beard. On your beard.
Gone?
No.
No, I'm pushing this baby out! Just like that!
Damn the door.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Blah, blah, blah. Reaching over here, coming over here, and talking over here. Okay. Wow! But first, I'd have to make this video to reference back at, which is about taping your hand. Where the hell is it? Taping your hand.
That's Joshua Perry, and he's not kidding. He's got some tips about how you can climb around your furniture.
7, 8, 9, 10, 1.
For it, I'm enthralled, and I'm planning on doing it later.
Nice.